Soulful, inspiration, a little education. Soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education. You know. Uninspired and tired is a bad combination, and I'm sad to say that's a dark situation, but I'm thinking of you, so I'm glad to say I wrote a letter on behalf of how I feel today. 7 a.m. in the morning, ain't been to sleep. It's been a night type long and a rough type week. I'm meditating my life on the whole, pondering the where, when, how, ifs I can gain control. It's like a spin of the wheel or a roll of the die. They say that you can be a winner at the game of life, but I know the house don't play to lose, so you better know the math, how to make the move. See, I'm a student of the study, how to proper pursue a blunt portion of the profits produced, paying my dues. So I follow the lolly and avoid the fools. But this is trial by fire, so you must stay cool. One rule: envy is a powerful tool. Spy and spine all times, everything you do. That way, when the idiots get act cool, you can crack those crabs and continue to move. You know, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feel me. Remember back to the slenderest times when we bitched for the pretty penny nickel a dime. Before the world seemed crooked and the gutter was fine. When it was good hood living and a peace of mind. Now that's over. Life will make a grown man sober, head aching, hanging over, feeling funny inside. We never knew the world worked on a bogus design to keep a brother buried deep, broken down and blind. Better still, man, it's ill when you look to find there's a chance to advance, most heads deny. Like a dream and a slice of the proverbial pie. We will remain to reside in the ghetto of pride. Ignorance is pure bliss and these days provide plenty of it to keep a poor man pacified. I try to put him on the business of knowledge applied, but that's a pickle of a deal that's sour inside. But 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feeling me. So many guys that I grew with died, resorted to doing crime and turned doing the time. I can hardly better speak to childhood friends and find every exchange features a fella falling the wayside. That's ill, but then it keeps a brother on field mode, mentally locked and loaded, ready to deal with any form of friction you can fathom the feel. In a world that wheels drama and fires at will, it bust from dawn to dusk and aim to kill. Cause a lot of souls shook and afraid for real. So instead turn their head, tuck tail and chill, in the hopes not to cope, but that's whack. See, you and I are like a different breed, and we bring to the balance such a desperate need. The eagerness to elevate and evolve the scene. A better space, a better time indeed. Sincerely.
Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Nathan Ivey Online. Broadcasting live over various networks, including the Spreaker Network. My name is Nathan Ivey. Good morning and welcome back to the show. I'll be with you for at least the next 60 minutes, the best 60 minutes of your entire day. And this is fun. Here we are into week 2 of this endeavor. And I'll be honest with you, while I do have a plan, I don't know if we'll get there. But I'm glad that we're together right here, right now. It's been a spectacular weekend, including the NBA. Now, if you're new to my flow, and so something tells me that if you're listening right now, you've been listening for some time. So you know me. This show will never just be about politics. It'll be a polite, sometimes impolite mixture of witticisms, criticisms, whatever's going on, including a few good folks from outside the city, and primarily my focus will be Cincinnati, Ohio. But today we got to talk about the NBA. Are there any NBA fans out there? Oh, man, the NBA, Kobe, 18 years. Now, I stand by everything that I've always said about Mr. Kobe Bryant. I stand by everything I said. I mean, he sexually assaulted that white woman in Denver. It's the truth. You know it and I know it. And that is indisputable. You don't pay a woman off and then release a statement where you say, well, I understand why she could have been hurt. Now, you know why he did that? See, people don't understand how the game works. And if you've watched a lot of CSI, maybe you do. But people don't understand how the game works. The reason why, let's go back here. The reason why Kobe Bryant released that statement in which he said, hey, listen, I can understand why she took it that way, was because that was a part of the deal. That was the victim's words. She said, look, yeah, I'll take your money, but you're going to have to acknowledge what you did to me on some way, shape, or form. That is how a woman thinks. That is how a victim thinks. That told me everything with Kobe. And he signed it. and released a statement. Told me everything. But y'all call him a superhero because he can bounce some leather. I mean, he's an okay basketball player. Nobody's talking about the fact that he robbed themselves of what could have been a lot of championship runs because of his selfishness. I won't go there. But, you can't hate on Kobe. He is what he is, one of the best. And I did get a chance to watch the All-Star festivities. I'll tell you what the highlight was. The dunk contest. What the hell is that, alien genes? What is going on? I didn't know that the human body could do those kind of things. I am impressed. And it's early in the morning. Again, good morning to you. I see a lot of folks are already inside of the chat room. If you're just tuning in and this is your first time, Nathan Ivey Online, it's pretty simple. You can go to my website, which I'm sure you're there already. Just click on the little chat box, and not only can I read what you are texting to me, but so can all of the other folks in there as well. So you can interact with the other listeners of the Nathan Ivey Online experience. Man, that was amazing. I didn't know biracial dudes had that kind of athleticism. What? This is freaky. What in the hell? Now listen, I don't mean to separate myself and be all high and mighty. Early in the morning, it's cold outside. I'm snowed in too. If you live in Cincinnati, like I told you, even though I'm in a new location, we're under the same clouds. I'm snowed in too, homie. Snowed in. Good thing CPS is already closed for President's Day. We'll talk about that. President's Day. We'll talk about it. But first, this NBA stuff is fantastic. Did you see that? And I'll be honest with you. I don't know who had the better dunks. I mean, at some point, I don't know how to feel about this. At some point, we've all been programmed to believe that Michael Jordan had reached the pinnacle of basketball perfectionism, right? That ain't true no more. This dude jumped from the free throw line. And let's be real here. Technically, it wasn't from the free throw line because his foot was beyond the free throw line. But it was near the free throw line. Let's keep it real. His foot was past the line. And basketball players have big feet, so his body by half his foot, at least 6-8 inches. That's not free throw line. 8 inches in basketball is a whole lot. It is. And if you doubt it, then go out to the free throw line and make a bucket, and then back up 6, 7, 8 inches and make another one. Then you'll see. That is amazing. I mean, you jump in the air? Did you see the one where he was like sitting in the air after he jumped over the mascot? That is amazing. And then this dude jumps near the free throw line and and went through his legs, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen the clip, go to ESPN.com and other folks where you can find it. I have not posted on Nathan Ivey, the Nathan Ivey Show, or Nathan Ivey, my personal page. Now, that's my personal page. I'm past the limit. So unless Facebook will increase the ceiling, I can't let anybody else in. People are dropping off. I guess they don't like the fact that I'm promoting myself. I get it. I'm definitely promoting myself in what I'm doing. I get it. Do what you got to do. I'm going to still do me. So as people drop off, I try to get people on. So it is what it is anyway. That is amazing. This dude, and I don't know which dunk was the best. What was your favorite? What was your favorite? Carolyn writes 7 a.m. every morning. Miss D, good morning. Let me read a few text messages. Kevin Newman, you know who that is. Slam dunk and three-point contest was both won by the new trend light-skinned brothers. That's right. Is this a light-skinned resurgence? Speaking of light-skinned resurgence, guess who I ran into, family? Not ran into, but we linked up finally. And just so everybody knows, the only reason why it's taking so long is I've been doing stuff. You know, he's been doing stuff. It's just what it is. But we finally linked up, me and the real Terrence Howard, and two grown men eating sushi. But it was yummy. It was good. And it was some eye candy. I can say stuff like that. It's true. And we had a good time, and we're going to catch up. Maybe go check out Deadpool or something like that together. It seems like it might be something fun. But, man, that was amazing. Three-point contest, it was okay. You know what? I think Steph Curry, he blew the three-point contest. That's a leader. Steph Curry blew the three-point contest, and that is a leader. He did exactly what he should have done. Because if you can read people the way I can, and again, it's just a God gift. God gifted me with many things. That's one thing he gifted me with. The ability to read situations, read people. Some people are louder than others, but you can read everybody, right? And so I've been reading Klay Thompson, and it's hard for him. He's tremendously talented, and if he was somewhere else, he might be the guy, but he's not. He's in Golden State, and Steph Curry is the guy. And he's shorter, he's not as strong, but his stroke is incredible, right? People love him. He's an MVP. So I think Steph Curry blew it because he knew that Klay Thompson needed a win. That's a good leader, man. That is a good leader, yo. If you are, sometimes you just gotta take one for the team because you know overall it's gonna make the team move a little faster. Now Klay's happy. He finally beat Steph in something. It's like big brother, little brother syndrome. Do you see what I see? That is amazing. But it was fun to watch. I don't want to get bogged down with too much NBA talk. I spent about 11 minutes already. But, we talk about everything here on Nathan Ivey Online. One man, one mic, one mission, 1 hour. It's a lot of ways to incorporate one, right? And it will be, to some degree, like it's always been, to some degree, in terms of the topic matter. But anyway, I'm not sure who won. I'm not sure who won that dunk contest. It could have went to either one of those light-skinned brothers, either one of them. And I don't know if it's a resurgence. I'm not really sure. But either way, it was fun to watch. Let me give you some headlines here. There's a lot of things going on. We got a lot of ground to cover, and we've got very, very little time to do it in. So I want to make sure we get to everything. I don't want to get bogged down into just any particular one topic, although there's just a couple things I want to talk about this morning. In terms of, culturally, if you're an NBA fan, and I'm sure many of you are, if you want to text me and tell me who you think, what do you think about my observations? One, Steph blew the three-point contest because he knew that Klay needed it. He knew it. Do you see what I see? And stop saying the dude jumped from the free throw line. He was near the free throw line. He was a big half athlete's foot past the line. That's not the free throw line. But it was amazing nonetheless. Amazing nonetheless. Let's talk a little, let's see, so many things to talk about this morning. Let me give you some headlines here. Here's what people will be talking about. And let's start locally. I read this, and maybe if we're on Facebook, you can read it. The link is already posted for you. Check it out at your leisure. But here's the headline. Life insurance company denies claim. And many years ago, I put together a list of what I call the all-time greatest hustles. And on that list, you got many things, and these things are all-time great hustles. Love, religion, and on that list as well, insurance. That seems to be very prevalent to me. The insurance scheme, there seems to be so much of a focus in terms of making sure that, customers don't somehow con, these big money-making machines. But what about the other way around? So a local woman, tragedy, and again, heart goes out. I hope I'm never in that position. I can't even speak about it. But a local woman, her name is Robin Pearl. She's mourning her daughter who was shot and killed in Avondale back in June. And I'm sure many of you remember that story. And now that woman is dealing with another mess. From what I understand, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, her daughter was sitting in a car. Somebody walks up, opens fire, and, the next thing you know, the family is grieving. Very, very sad. Well, now it's almost compounding an insult to the tragedy because the mother had an insurance claim out on her daughter, and now the insurance company doesn't want to pay out because of, and I'm going to say this in air quotes, technicality. Technicalities, huh? Sounds expensive, doesn't it? Technicality. And now, again, her daughter, from what I understand, died from a homicide. And she was sitting in a SUV parked here in the city over in Avondale back in June. And a man walked up to the car and opened fire. Now, right off the top, what is that? That's a commercial for concealed and carry, even for your teenagers. Tragedy, most definitely.